pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Parks. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. McKinnon. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
56. Mike's 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parks. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Saints' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
56. Come on. Check. Yep. Slam. Let's go.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check. Crunch. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Big grip.
They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got?
Watson off play action. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We own them.
Throwing again is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he gets it to Funchess complete. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Watson steps away to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st down, Watson. Jones has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
To throw is Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Parks. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. Now Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. John Ross. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Watson. Throwing again. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. It's Chambers. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. On the delay, Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson going to throw again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Playmakers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run. Devontae Freeman. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
I know you feel that. Yes, yes. Man, move it. You got to get that. Like 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Parks. He finds McKinnon complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Out to his left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devin Funchess. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Saints 17, Panthers 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Uses the spin, and he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, go.
From the gun, Parks looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And up to the 3rd and 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Parks. And he will find his man on the outside. And a loose football. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. 36.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Fielded about a yard deep. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Low is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Eluding the pressure right. And this is gonna be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Parks. It's complete to Grant. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Parks. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll try and get the running game going. Ross as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the end zone, Watson. Funches has it complete. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From his end zone, Watson on 3rd and long. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Devin Funches, 98 yards. As his guys are on, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, G. Hey, Charlie. 56, my 56.
Back to throw. Parks. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Jakeem Grant, 29 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Counts. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Come on, Mike, 55, right there.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Watson rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
On second down, Dobbins, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. Here's Watson, and once again the Saints are back out in front. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Parks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56 to Mike, boys. 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Parks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
56, right there, 56. Ready?
On 1st down, Parks. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
It's our time.
Looking to throw. Parks. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 30 base.
Let's go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Bravo.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Parks. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
I'm coming after you. Kill.
Hey, Zoo. Check.
Hot route. Hot. 56 to Mike. 56 is to
Five.
Mike.
Operating from the gun. Parks. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to toss. Kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Escaping the pressure right. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Jamison Crowder. Incomplete. Brings up second and...
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
He's got it with the 15. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
The Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's a party now.
Go.
Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Hey, orbit. Hit it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Saints, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And